On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me an impeachment hearing and Disney Plus. It's time for commentary. Let's get into it.
Yo, I'm something like a white bitch crossed with a hood rat, wrapped in a cute little black boy body. Yo, I hop on the beat and let them know how I'm about, cause I know bum bitches out there wanna die. Something like a white bitch crossed with a hood rat, wrapped in a cute little black boy body. Yo, I hop on the beat and let them know how I'm about, cause I know bum bitches out there wanna die. But how real is your fame if they don't throw shade? How real is your hustle if you don't get paid? I'm like shit, I was a time even back in the struggle. That nigga be catching checks, but that nickel, he said I talk a lot of shit for a bundle of sticks. Told him I light a flame and see how big that flame get. From Philly to LA, they think I'm a pirate. Swear it's no problem wherever I slide to. See me on check, know that it's just a fly through. Do not be upset if I don't reply to you. I was looking, just not trying to find you. Like really, you thought you...
Yo, what's up? It's your boy Anye Elite here with Icon City News, bringing you the latest in inclusive urban entertainment. Now, we're going to get right into the impeachment in just a second because that literally is trending all over Twitter. Like every other top trending topic is something related to the impeachment. So we'll get right back into that. But first, I would just like to go ahead and send some love out there to Kodak Black. Kodak Black was recently sentenced to, I think, over 3 to 4 years in jail. I'm not going to go over the charges and everything. And of course, this isn't any type of like excuse for, all of the homophobic anti-woman things that he has said in the past. But, it's just a sad day anytime one of our brothers gets locked up. So stay strong. Hopefully it's an opportunity for, growth and stuff. And they let you out with good behavior. All right. Shout out to Kodak Black. All right, so let's get into the impeachment hearing. So, impeachment day, impeachment inquiry, the ambassadors, all the senators, all of those guys, like I said, have been trending. Now, Ambassador Taylor and I can't think of his title, but I know his last name was Kent. They were two people with knowledge of the Trump scheme to extort the Ukraine in exchange for a public investigation into Joe Biden, who at the time and in many ways now seems like they're going to be most likely the Democratic candidate against Trump. So Trump was trying to get basically kind of like a whole Benghazi type kind of situation, like they did with Hillary and stuff. Like I said yesterday, if you fall for that kind of stuff, you fall for it. But what I will say is that, in very, 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 because I know how poorly behaved Republicans can be in these kind of environments. I've seen the Kavanaugh hearings and the Mueller hearings and different things like that. I will say they weren't as bad as they've been. Now, a lot of that had to do with the fact that they actually changed, how it goes. So if you looked at any of those other hearings, which maybe you didn't, because I know, people got stuff to do. That's why I watched it for 6 hours. But instead of going back and forth, 5 minutes there, 5 minutes there, then what they did is they gave each group 45 minutes to start. So what the Republicans and the Democrats did is that they had a lawyer actually do the 45-minute round of questioning, and it actually seemed that like it was pretty effective. So kudos to them for that. The GOP lawyer was a little bit lost in the sauce. It's obviously hard to defend people when they're wrong, so I get that. What was his name? I don't even have his name, but like he would just ask questions that they say when you're prosecuting someone, you shouldn't ask questions unless you know the answers. He didn't seem to do that. Take a look.
Relations.
Now, were you involved, either of you involved with the preparation for the 725 call?
I was not.
I was not.
And how do you account for that? I mean, you were the two of the key officials with responsibility for the Ukrainian policy. If the President of the United States is going to have a call with the leader of the Ukraine, why wouldn't you ordinarily be involved with the preparation?
Sir, we work for the Department of State in an embassy overseas, and in preparation for a presidential phone call, that responsibility lies within the staff of the National Security Council.
Obviously, he was swimming, upstream, without a paddle. But luckily for the Republicans, Jim Jordan was transferred from another committee onto this committee, the Intelligence Committee, I believe it is. And he brought the fireworks and stuff. So, he's shouting and stuff. And, I know it's a little later out on the East Coast, but it was still, in the AM. So he's just yelling and everything. And it's crazy. But, I think that the star of this, for me at least, it has to go to Adam Schiff. So, Trump has so many little nicknames and saying he called for Adam Schiff because that's all he's not very intellectual, so he can just name call. But so he calls him Shifty Shift and Little Adam Shift or whatever, or Adam Shit or whatever. I'll tell you this. I don't know about all that, but I'll tell you, Adam Schiff is with the shits. Okay. He was I don't know if he popped a Zanny or something, but homie was cooler than a cucumber. And I know it wasn't a Zanny or anything because he was also there with the reading. He was reading to throw a shade he was at a kiki ball. Okay, get back.
No, she did not say that. Oh, she did. Okay.
We'll now move to 5-minute member rounds. I recognize myself for 5 minutes.
About the rules. So what are the rules that are going to govern this?
Does the ranking member seek recognition?
I'm yielding you to a question I just asked you.
For what purpose do you seek recognition?
To answer Mr. Ratcliffe's question.
I have answered it. May I resume your question?
Respectfully, Mr. Chairman, you haven't answered my question whether or not I should be assumes facts not in evidence or leading objections to questions that are posed from this point forward. That's my question.
Mr. Ratcliffe, I'll say once again, I'm not objecting to the question, but I am instructing the witness that they should not presume questions from the majority or the minority that may represent facts not in evidence are correct. I have answered the question. We will resume the questioning and resume the clock.
No, she did not say that. Oh, she did. Okay.
All right. Anyway, so that's the impeachment thing. I watched it so you guys didn't have to, and that's why this is actually going to be a pretty slow commentary. Not only because I did a long one yesterday, but because that was a very long thing. But like I said, it's trending everywhere. Now keep in mind the Supreme Court is still hearing some very important cases, so I'll be back later in the week or next week with some updates about that. And
in your favorite city, getting big money Saturday, Sunday, even though it's Monday, fuck with me every day, be a Monday. Now I ain't gotta sell it 'cause you already see it. The way you come down, I can tell that you need it, boy. It's on you, it's on you.
If I'm the shot, then you could.
trying to figure out a way to, divide some of the political commentary from the other commentary, but I think I just think it's so important that as a community that we stay involved, that we stay active and everything like that. So I don't know, but speaking of that, being involved, talking as a broader community, I would actually like to sit down and have a talk with some. There's actually two particular groups of people that I'm looking to have a conversation with. So first, on the political side, I would like to sit down and talk with some black gay conservatives and or Republicans, or maybe just Trump supporters, because while all three of those descriptions typically overlap and exist within the same people, now you can actually be, separately. So any of those things, I would like to speak to just a black gay, conservative, and just kind of see if we could talk about it and see what's in it for what do they see in it, maybe make a convert out of me. The second group of people that I would like to talk to is I would like to talk to trans attracted men and women. Now when I put out this feeler, I think last week or so, I was educated on the fact that trans attracted is an offensive term for some people, and so obviously my intention is not to offend, but in terms of, you know, getting dialogue started and having conversations, you know, that's the terminology. That's the best way that I can put it, because I understand, and just for you guys who didn't know, the pushback on the terminology trans attracted, you know, negates the chosen, or negates the gender that the trans individual is wants to be identified by. So so I get it, you know, but at the same time, you know, I think that, you know, in terms of building bridges and having a conversation, I think that we need to put faces and stories, you know, to the actual love, you know, that exists in the trans community, as opposed to, you know, kind of just the bathrooms, the biology and stuff. You know, I think that we kind of get lost in that, and so I think that we could do some good things with that conversation. So, you know, we can do it, you know, we can do the video link up, and or, you know, if you're in LA, you know, we can sit down and chat it out.
After Pride Blues getting you down, try Funny Money Rock. 100% LGBT, hip hop and R&B on Spotify, on Apple Music, and Tidal. Because beyond June, beyond July, our pride is 365. Search Funny Money Rock today.
While I'm still on the LGBT things, I don't know if you guys heard about this, but a little while ago, Delta Airlines, shout out to Delta in Atlanta, they caught a little flack for editing some of their on-air and in-flight entertainment, editing it to remove some same-sex love scenes. And so obviously, you know, there's some pushback against that. I'm a little mixed on it, I have to tell you, because, you know, I don't see anything wrong with editing out, like, you know, love scenes. You know, it's the plane and everything, and, you know, people's kids and stuff, like, you know, but if you're gonna edit out one group of people's love scenes, then edit out everybody's love scenes, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, I think in a show of solidarity with the community, which I don't question, because them being based in Atlanta, I know that there are a lot of LGBT people within their organization. But I guess for those of you guys who, you know, didn't know that or needed some additional reassurance, Delta has unleashed a new ad campaign, you know, featuring what appears to be, you know, two gay guys. I mean, I don't know. I mean, they could just be two really close brothers. I don't know. I know sometimes when I go out, you know, people ask if Rob is my brother, so I don't know. But anyway, no, it's same sex. It's beautiful. Take a look. It's really I got another person to put on the list for my prayer warriors along with Kodak Black. Actually, you can put her above Kodak Black on the list, and that's Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg. So she actually missed some courtroom arguments due to illness, and that is very, 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 very sad to hear. Very, very, very sad to hear. And I just really hope that, you know, she holds on, you know, not just for our sake. You know, I know she's, you know, one of our great hopes on the bench in terms for liberal causes and protecting gay rights and a woman's right to choose and equality in a number of different ways. You know, but in my mind, you know, I hope that she does get a chance to retire and you know, enjoy enjoy her life a bit more. 2 people got the Black Death Plague. The Black Death Plague, now these people are in China. They're being treated for the plague, authorities said. The Black Death was one of the deadliest pandemics in human history. So yeah, the bubonic plague. Now, the couple that died, they died from eating the raw kidney of a marmot. So maybe I just want to tell this story a little differently, because that's actually not how it goes. The bubonic plague is not back. I'm sorry. Rewind it. 2 people in China ate a rodent's liver raw and contracted the bubonic plague. There was fear that there could be an epidemic, but it seems like if you just don't do that, you'll be fine. Ugh, disgusting. All right, moving on. Yes, Old Town Road won musical event of the year. Congratulations to Lil Nas X. That's incredible. That's incredible. Oh my God, that's super good news. I'm glad that I didn't miss that one. I think I have shouted out everything and everybody. So for more inclusive urban entertainment, keep it locked to iconcity.net or iconcitynews.com. It's your boy Anye Elite. Follow me at Anye Elite, Twitter, Instagram, whatever, if you're feeling it. And I'll catch you next time. Funny Money Rock.